Hello, courageous people. Let's see. Yay! Good morning, good morning. Waiting for a few people to hop on. Hi, my Leanna. Oh, there we go, my girls right away. Hi. Today we have Miss Karen joining us to do a meditation from Unique Beauty and Meditation. She will be, exciting news, we have a retreat coming up for the fall equinox. It's going to be September 18th and it's going to run from about 10 to 6. Oh, thank you, Mama. About 10 to 6 it's going to run, and it will be a really nice community to be a part of. We're doing it a little bit differently this time, where we're going to have everybody together, just creating together, receiving really yummy workshops and all that good stuff. So Karen is leaders for this particular retreat. Registration is open as of Saturday. Woohoo! There's information on our page. If you go to our website, you can register right there. Share with people, tell your friends. We're really looking to create a greatly unified community within this next retreat style. And we're going to create a lot of awesome energy and amazing things together. Hi, Miss Karen.
Hello, how are you?
You're a little good. How are you? Your face is a
I'm
little
well. Hang on.
but I
Okay, hang on.
and
Let me.
yes. So while Karen's getting set up, yeah. If anybody has any questions for us, please feel free to message us. We'll provide whatever support you need. You will be able to be present the full day, but if you do purchase the retreat, you can get a recorded version also. And I'll save some because we're gonna give little tastes throughout the next few weeks. So Miss Karen,
Hello.
first I just want to share, Karen has been one of our amazing, incredible supporters and has been a leader with us through most of our retreat journey, especially with Courageous in Creation. Um, the workshop that you're offering, I actually had the privilege of taking like a version of it.
Mhm.
And it was absolutely incredible and came at the perfect time. So thank you for always being you and creating these powerful YouTube and recorded meditations too for people that they could go back to as well.
Absolutely.
You want to just introduce yourself too, Karen, and just share a little bit about what you're offering and what we're going to get into today?
I can do that. Hello. Welcome. I'm Karen Slack. I'm an empathic intuitive with a passion for guided meditation. And I like the idea of helping people find a rhythm with meditation that helps them and helps them embrace their own light and their own healing within. I've enjoyed being a part of all the retreats with Courageous in Creation. It's a great group, and you definitely should check it out and check out all of the great workshops that are available. I myself am going to be offering an affirmation and awareness meditation session. The affirmation and awareness session I enjoy because I feel like affirmations get to be a tool that we use to shift our mindset and almost like an anchor to slow down the spiral that we can easily get into. And when used in meditation, they become almost like a language that redirects us into a more positive outlook and into kind of redirects our mind into a more healthy pattern. So within this workshop, we will choose 2 or 3 different affirmations. We will discuss what they could represent in our life. And then I'll be guiding you through a meditation. In the meditation, we will work with what does this affirmation feel like for you, and what does it inspire within you, and different ways that you can be open to experiencing that. And then when we're done with the meditation, we will discuss what everybody experienced and what that experience could mean for us individually and for us as a whole. And we have found that these meditations really take on a really great accenting quality to the energy of the retreat.
Mhm.
And quite often, things that you've experienced throughout the retreat and epiphanies that you've had or things that you've worked through are accented beautifully by whatever affirmations come up. And they're not chosen ahead, it's all chosen that day, chosen intuitively. And it just, we allow space for the energy to happen and flow. And it's a really great, I don't know, it's a really great experience. And I enjoy how each one takes on its own quality. So
So
that's what we'll be doing for the retreat.
I just want you to share a minute. So for the first retreat, we had Karen do a meditation kind of in closing. Can you just share your experience from like a leader's perspective, what that moment was like for you, and just the energy that it brings when people are collectively, focusing on intention together, like what that looks like versus just like a regular day?
Absolutely. Um, So, what I loved about, especially that first retreat with that meditation experience, is everybody kind of had their own collective experiences throughout the retreat where they opened up a part of themselves that they didn't quite realize before. And they, within this meditation, they had space to witness what they had experienced. They had space to dive into the emotions and to connect with what that looks like and what that feels like for them. And at the end, there was so much heartfelt sharing from everybody. And I kind of feel like we were all a puddle of tears at the end. And even the leaders that were participating had just the same experience. And it was very heart opening and validating. And I know for myself, I had a very strong experience through that meditation. And it felt like it took pieces of life that we had all been experiencing and aligned it with a bigger purpose and validated that we are strong enough and soulful enough to open up to that purpose. It was, and it really, I am grateful to be able to do it because it really is just a matter of opening up and creating space for people's own beautiful expression to fall into place. And it's everybody else's beautiful expression that they give permission to share with that space. And it was kind of really amazing. Not kind of, it was an amazing experience.
It was, and thank you for sharing that. It was so powerful. Like it's one of those days like I'll just not forget that day because of what
Yeah.
it felt, you know. So
Yeah.
thank you for
And
speak.
we couldn't ignore the fact that it was guided.
Yeah.
We couldn't ignore the fact that we were participants in a higher guided situation. It was, yes, beautiful.
Yeah, and that's awesome, Karen. Thank you. And I'm just going to like get into it, girl. Do your thing. I'm gonna let you take over so everybody can receive from you.
Okay. So I would love to share a meditation with everybody today. And when I was thinking about what kind of meditation to share, there's so much around us right now that we're experiencing, and there's a lot of fear and anxiety and intense. I don't know, I feel like we're trying to organize a lot of energy within our body and within our mind. And a lot of that is fear and anxiety based. And it takes extra work to cultivate the healing and the light and the positive outlook in life. So I thought today it would be good for us to do a healing light meditation. And within this meditation, we will generate some healing light from within us because we always carry that light with us. It's always in us somewhere. We'll tap into that a little bit. We'll use guided imagery once we are settled to expand that light and allow ourselves to experience it for a little bit. And then I'm going to ask you to share that light. And you can share that light with somebody else. You can share that light with another situation. You can share that light with the world. Or you can even ask for angels to take the light you're sharing and find a place for it. So you don't even have to know where you want to share it. Just share it out.
I love that.
But one thing that I want to stress with everybody through this meditation is we'll set the intention in the beginning to be open to experiencing healing light and love through this meditation. And once we set that intention, You don't have to do anything else except for witness yourself within this journey. It's not meant to be a meditation where you have to actively work at the visualizations working a certain way or remembering the affirmation. We're not practicing anything today. We're getting a few moments to witness that this healing light is with us. With that does come not judging your experience and allowing yourself just to be and to settle in and to enjoy the experience. And if if I'm asking questions or I'm offering guided imagery or offering certain colors and you experience another color or you experience words or you see a different picture, go with it. Just let your mind unfold. Making sure I shared all my notes. And you get to have these few moments on this Monday where you don't have to work at it. We're going to be working at it for the rest of the week. We don't have to work at it now. And I'm just taking a minute. I don't think there's any comments to check out right now. And then when we get done, if there's time, we'll discuss what we've experienced. Okay, so if anybody doesn't have any questions, we will get started with the meditation. I'll allow you to just take a few moments to take a breath. I'm going to shift my pages around. Get settled into your space. Get your wiggles out. I feel like whenever you sit down for meditation, it's like everything needs to move and itch all at once. So we'll just give it a few minutes to let that happen. If you have meditation music or essential oils you want to use, now is the time to pull them out, to press play, or to hold the stones that you want to hold in your hand. And just take a moment to feel this space that you're meditating in today. Feel the energy that surrounds you. Feel the furniture underneath you. Take a moment to witness yourself physically and how your muscles and bones and tendons feel. Releasing any tension. We come into this meditation with an open mind and an open heart. We're grateful for these moments just to relax and witness this healing light today. We allow this healing light to generate within us and surround us for our own personal healing and light needs today. And then we welcome the intention to share this light with the world, with an individual or a situation. So we're going to start off our meditation today by pairing an affirmation with our breath. What I'll have you do is I'll have you use the affirmation divine light. And as you inhale, you can imagine or say out loud, divine. And as you exhale, you can imagine or say out loud the word light. And you can allow this affirmation of divine light to roll through your mind, paired with the waves of your breath. Allow this rhythm to give you permission to relax and to settle into this meditation today. Divine light. If distractions come up, that's okay. Acknowledge them and let them slip away. Right now, your primary focus gets to be divine light paired with the rhythm of your breath. Try to slow down the words one more level slower, slowing down your breath as you do, as if you're falling deeper into the meditation. Now I'm going to have you shift within a little bit. Take a moment to feel inside your body. We each carry with us a beautiful, healing, divine light. And I want you to imagine where this light is within your body today. Trust what you feel, trust what you see, and what you imagine. Where is the light? What does it feel like? What would it look like? What color would you pair with this light? What color helps you with healing today? Maybe it's gold or iridescent or a pearly white. Trust what comes up in your mind, what you feel in your body, and what's offered to you in your soul. Now I want you to imagine that this light expands and grows around you, expanding and spilling out to flow through your body, slowly washing through you from head to toe, softening and comforting, filling you up from head to toe with this beautiful divine healing light. Allow this light to fill you up so much that it spills out from within you, creating a beautiful bubble of divine healing and light to surround you. Did the colors change at all? Are there thoughts or words that are flowing through the light now? Trust that you are protected, loved, and guided within this light. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. You get to let go of fear and doubt. You get to let go of jealousy or anger. And you get to pick up love and positivity and joy, compassion, acceptance. Now I want you to imagine that you open up your hands and create a little basket with your hands within this meditation. And I want you to imagine that you fill up your hands with some of this light because you have so much of it that there's nothing else to do with it but give some away. As your hands fill up with this light, I want you to think about who you want to share it with or what situation you want to send it to. Or you can imagine that an angel is coming to take care of it all for you. And when you are ready, you can send this light out. Surrendering it to the universe. Imagine this light surrounding that person, that situation, or that place. Trust that this light expands and moves where it needs to. Flowing and grounding how it needs to. You don't have to worry about it. It's divinely guided. Just allow yourself to sit for a few moments in your own light. Sit with the intentions of sharing that light. Allow yourself when you're ready to take a deep cleansing breath. As you take this deep breath, maybe this light washes through you, anchoring you back into your body. Grounding you back into this moment. Bring your awareness back to your feet and your legs and your arms. Maybe moving just a little bit, opening up your eyes. Take a moment to look around your space. Maybe find one or two little details within your space that you didn't notice before. That's always a great tool to ground you back into this moment. And this is usually when I would encourage people to pull out their journal, write down their experiences. Quite often when we meditate, we have these experiences in our meditation, and they don't always make sense in the moment. But then as we start journaling afterwards, like we take the energy of the experience and we filter it through our mind and communicate it to ourselves deeper. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? I have some information that I would love to share, some things that I got through that meditation that I would love to share. But I also encourage everybody to share in the comments what you experienced if you're comfortable sharing it with a crowd. If not, you can always send it privately. But I think some of the meditating with a community of people is actually a very powerful tool because we get to see and get validation through our own experiences as well as others' experiences. Mm-hmm. Leanna says that hers started with an indigo color light that shifted into a golden light. I love the indigo and the golden light. The indigo to me embraces awareness, openness, clear intentions. To me, it honors the brow chakra and the crown chakra together. The combination of those working in conjunction, being open to a higher understanding, but being clear, calm, and open to communicating the deep wisdom within that. And then the gold light, abundance and fortune and healing and light within your soul that is deeply rooted and anchored in your life. And it feels like it's more purposeful and deeper and honors a more truer, deeper part of yourself. If that makes sense, Leanna. And it feels like it honors and validates where you are and where you're going. I'm having a hard time. I got like this little tiny spot where I can read the comments.
So it says, yeah, let me know if you support at all.
No, go ahead. That would be helpful.
Gia shared that she saw lilac, so I'll let you go with that. And then there's two more.
The lilac, I automatically, actually, I did a lilac meditation with somebody once, and lilac always felt like it welcomed an expression of your faith. Like the notion of honoring how the little details of our life are divinely placed in our life. If you look like at a lilac bush, there's all these little flowers that are brought together to make this beautiful bush. So the idea of having faith in all of the little details, surrendering all those little details, Gia, that you don't have to know them all, you don't have to organize them all. You get to sit back and witness how they create a journey and a story. And to have faith in that, and have faith in yourself, and to have faith in a guiding force to do that for you is a very powerful thing.
I love that. Then Miss Leanna says, then as a male torso took form, I physically reacted because it scared her a bit.
The you said male torso, the male torso to me represents strength. It honors the journey forward, and it feels like it creates a presence of these concepts within your life. That they're a little bit more etheric concepts that we talked about originally for you, Leanna, but now that there's a male torso, there's a presence. And the fact that you react to it honors that you understand that there's more than just an out there concept. There's a presence of this happening in your life.
And then Patty shared, I saw an orange light that shifted to a white light.
I love that. Orange, automatically, I think of the sacral chakra. I feel like that honors your work with relationships and creating in life, also accepting how that happens in your life, and then shifting to the light. I feel like it honors cleansing and openness and creating a blank canvas, new possibilities and new openness, honoring the ability to be like, you know what? I get to create and start new and start fresh. And this white light can be a tool that you pull on to wash over you on a regular basis.
I'm smirking because I love this for the people that are sharing like what they're sharing. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So
go ahead.
To be a little bit vulnerable for myself right now, I have been setting boundaries with my Instagram, and I have a timer. I need to shift that timer so my Instagram doesn't shut off on me. So I would love for you to honor that with them for just a second while I switch that.
Yeah, absolutely. So funny. I love that, what you ladies shared. And I feel like what she shared back is so relevant to where you guys are at in life. Oh, I'm gonna let Karen, I have a whole take on that one, Gia, but I'm gonna let Karen answer that, and I'll share anything that comes to me after. So Gia,
I apologize.
yeah, no, it was awesome. It's fine. So Gia offered, I also saw a toddler laughing, and I said, I have my take on that, but I'm going to let you answer it.
So I love when kids come up in our meditation and we feel that childlike energy. To me, like I can feel it in your heart. To me, I feel like this honor and validates and celebrates your ability to let that inner child heal and laugh. Like when you talk about this toddler laughing, I feel like she's able to laugh and celebrate and be a toddler for the first time in a long time. And I feel like this is a bit of an aha moment, an opening experience, and validating the work that you've done has released some of that inner child, and that inner child gets to celebrate and have fun and expand. And there's a lot of power behind that for you. Like I got goosebumps all over because of it.
Can I share something with you too that I happen to know about Gia? So, well, you know that she had a break, so she physically had to sit down. And she loves pole dancing, and I know that she like literally just got back, like, and just created it as is how it had So that all makes a ton of sense.
Nice. She's celebrating the openness. That's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, they're just saying yes, Gia. Yeah, Leanna's saying joy, and Gia said thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that for her.
So, and of course, continue to share in the comments. But I have a few things that I want to share. The first thing, there is this whole Dorothy healing light is within you through this whole thing for me. And I saw in the beginning, the first colors that I saw were aqua, pink, and lavender. And then the automatic thing I heard after that is slow your roll. Take moments this week, throughout your week, to calm yourself down and slow yourself down. And it felt like that was the only task for the week, was to slow down. When we slow down, we automatically adjust. It's giving ourselves a moment to slow down where then we can naturally adjust to what we're feeling. But we're bringing in more energy, we're taking on a lot more stuff, and we want to fit that into the schedule we had back in 2019. Our schedule and the way we experience energy now is not what it was in 2019. It's important to slow down and allow yourself to adjust and acclimate to the new energy. And then I saw a tornado, and like the tornado with a little picket fence in the grass, and I'm like, are we gonna let this tornado come and take away our beautiful picket fence? Come on now. And then I heard Dorothy, and then, where are you creating your own storm?
Mm.
And I kind of felt called out with that. And I was like, come on.
Right?
But I know I create my own storms in life. And it is like a tornado that picks you up and carries you away. And I understand why I do this through self-exploration and workshops like we're presenting and work that we do as individuals. And I would love to help everybody else understand this too. However, we can't slow down the storm until we slow down and recognize the patterns within our life that are triggering the tornadoes that
People
we
are hilarious.
and I actually have to, the whole notion of Dorothy, you've always had the power within you, actually was a meme or a quote that a friend shared with me. So I can't take full credit for that. It just popped into my mind. But I feel like that's how we get to experience these things, is we take in images and quotes and books and understanding, and then they pop up when we need them. A couple of the affirmations that I felt through this to take the energy from this meditation and carry it through our week were: I am healed, I am open to healing, and I am whole as I am. And I felt like there was different versions of those affirmations, because affirmations are powerful when we can see a piece of truth in them. And if you're really feeling like, on those days where we feel like a hot mess, we don't feel healed. So I am open to healing opens us up to get to I am healed. If that makes sense. And I am whole just as I am is powerful as well, because we're whole, beautiful, unique mess. And then one of the words that had a really powerful impact was acceptance. And the idea of accepting our wholeness as we are now, not how we get to be when we get to a certain point. And then just finishing off with ocean waves, clearing the debris off of us. And I feel like there's lots of comments that I'm seeing go by. I do see Leanna says, I am trusting and I am loved. I like that. Any thoughts on that? Those are what I was feeling.
So I had my lime green was back today. Felt everything in my belly. Um, what was coming to me, and I have to get clear on the sentence, but it was like, yeah, exactly, April. We had like today was just so synchronistic as usual when we hit these Mondays. um, so something was coming to me kind of like, uh, kind of with the notion that we operate mainly on creating within fear and choosing while we're still in that fear rather than taking a step back to actually like regulate it. See, sometimes my fear is from other people, asking you questions and things like that. So I love that you offered to rest in it this week. Because although uncomfortable, I think that's where the juice is. As I say sometimes, like the meat, is really in those moments. And it also is a practice that creates a habit of creating from there and operating from there peace and light rather than operating from a space of making all of these choices from a fearful place, if that
Right.
makes sense. That's like the message that was coming to me.
Absolutely. And I love the notion of resting in it because if we're in fear, it's got something to tell us. But if we don't we don't shut up long enough to listen, we're going to keep being in it. And because it's so prevalent, it takes more focus and awareness to shift us from that. Because, like you said, we don't realize how often we are in it and it's not even ours to be in because we wear it as our own. And it becomes a net, like a fishing net that blankets over us all. And we're the image actually is that there's this fishing net that blankets us all and we're struggling so much that we can't get through it, whereas if we stand still and kind of go within a little bit, we can slip right through the holes of that fishing net.
Mm-hmm. I
So
love
the
that.
whole notion of letting, being still, knowing that we're there, but then being purposeful with getting through it. I
Mm-hmm.
love the lime green color that actually is in my pen. um, I love the notion of it creating bold power and confidence within yourself, but also having the edge of nurturing yourself through that process. And with that lime green color, there's always that notion that nurturing yourself empowers you and builds that confidence. And that in one color, that bold lime green color, is a connection to both of those natures. And if you don't have one, then you don't have the other. And that it's this divine pair and this divine purpose. Um, and I think it's like for you and those of us that all do this work, and we all have work that we do, but for you, the notion of having these experiences, there is a natural tendency to shift it into work. Okay, this is a great idea. How can I create this for other people?
Mm-hmm.
Because then it becomes where our healing is validated by healing others. Where part of that is slowing down and letting ourselves have our own healing experience. So having those tools that are just ours, that nurture ourselves alone, build that power and that confidence. um, and it takes, we're talking about that, it takes work to cultivate a more positive outlook and to cultivate a connection to this healing and light and to choose love over fear. And there is as much love and positive outlook as there is fear. It's just the fear is louder now.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we slow down and listen, there's so many people that are putting love and light and healing out into the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a very powerful thing.
Yeah, something was coming in for me around when you were just talking around also taking pauses to recognize, like with you said, the other, like other people, taking pauses and incorporating these practices now so you can recognize when you are super attached to somebody else's outcome or somebody else's fear. Because also, when you don't pause to do that, it's just an innate habit that you just keep, doing over and over and over again. Um, and with that, I mean, like an example of how you just said, like even allowing somebody else to take those moments for themselves. I feel like we're in a very interjectory. We're always in an interjectory world, but I feel like now more than ever, like people want to help, which is great, but we almost impose.
Yes.
Like, okay, she's doing, not feeling great. Let her not feel great for a minute, like I
We
think,
interject onto them quickly.
yeah,
Yep,
we want to offer all the band-aids right away, right?
absolutely.
Interesting.
It's funny because when you say that, that's kind of where me personally, I've been experiencing, not even realizing over this past, what is it, August, 8, 9 months that I've been home, how much I have invested myself into my family's well being
Mm.
and how much I have prioritized their well being to happen before mine. And to the point that, like, I was going to go to dinner with a friend of mine. And I didn't even realize I was saying it to him, but I said to Will, I said, can I go to dinner with this friend on this night? And he said, yes, you can, but can you do me a favor? Can you tell me you are going to dinner and not ask permission? I had no clue I had gotten into that pattern. And it like halted me in my tracks. And I'm like, I'm not that person. I don't, like, where is my independence? And through taking those moments of self reflection, I realized that I had started sacrificing my wants and needs to make sure everybody else was fixed and okay. But then with that, I can also, especially with like my teenager, I take their experiences away from them when I try to fix it too soon. Or I disempower my littlest one when I try to fix everything for her too soon.
Mm.
And there is that we interject and want to create the band-aid. And there's a bit of selfishness for those of us that do energy work because we don't want to feel their frustration or their pain that they have to sit in, but it's there for a purpose. And so, yeah, that self-reflection is a powerful tool.
I love that.
Does anybody have any questions or thoughts on anything while we sit here and chat?
I'm just throwing this out there just because I feel like it in the moment. How would everybody feel about a series on this? I know we've already mentioned it to a few people, but just throwing that out there for our viewers. How would you feel if we did a series on this and recognizing habits and, offering tools and things like that? The habit thing, like even you use the word, I use the word today. I don't use that word that often, sometimes when I'm educating and, teaching or coaching, but I think that's a lot. It's just recognizing those things, that we do, how you were even like, I just realized, because I did take the pause, so, yeah, Patty said, what we really
Yep.
need, we know that this is needed, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I didn't really have anything, so you can go.
It's just the I've been really attached to the ocean energy lately.
Mm.
In the notion of when you go to the ocean and you stand there and you just allow yourself to witness the waves and the waves roll in. And so many times people at least stand and let their feet be in the water. The waves roll in, they grab some sand and some debris on the shore and they roll out and they continue that rhythm. And if we
Mm.
stand there long enough, it's like we're lulled into this peace because we've allowed that rhythm into our life. And I don't know, just taking just that ocean wave energy, allowing it to wash the debris away and pausing for a moment and breathing as if we were breathing in those ocean waves.
Mm.
I think is a great tool to start taking those pauses this week.
I love it. So, Karen, first of all, I just want you to share anything else that you feel led to before we go. But can you offer people something that maybe don't practice this often, kind of like just like a little where to start? Like, I love how you even took us today, maybe for some people that are just joining or just to leave people with, like how you shared, like meditate, but don't judge yourself, or just anything that comes to you to leave people with, just so they feel like they have permission if they don't think they do.
And there's one of the powerful things for those just starting out, as well as those that have done this for a while, because it takes us back to the beginning, is to find soft music that you enjoy, play that in the background, pick one affirmation or one intention, say it out loud at least once, and then witness your breath. If you need a source of focus, you can take that affirmation and pair it with your breath like we did earlier, where you inhale to the first part and you exhale to the second part. Or you can just sit and allow yourself to hear the music, to say that intention, and just breathe and witness your mind. And it feels like it sounds simple, but it is, when you're in it, it feels more complex than that. But taking simple breath work or simple intentions and allowing that to be a practice. Don't do it every day. You don't have to commit to every day. Twice this week. Set a timer for 5 minutes, play your soft music, say your intention, and breathe. And that's it. If you want to add the intention to the breath every time, you can. If not, that's fine too. But start with just the beginning tools. And then you can build from there.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Leanna said she loved that the breath rhythm paired with the intention. Yeah, I love that too when you offer that, because it helps me get clear. And like if I do go to the right or the left a little bit, sometimes I can get grounded in the words. So I love that.
And
Um,
I find it's funny because this morning, my 5-year-old was looking for breakfast and the dog had to go out and the TV wasn't working. And I'm like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to sit in bed for a minute and I'm going to have a good 20-minute release. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. So it really was just, okay, I'm going to sit with this affirmation for music for 5 minutes. And that was enough to get me focused. So yes, like you said, it's a good tool to have.
and I always share with everybody that I love little kids' voices. It's like one of my favorite sounds in the world. And I heard her in one of your clips, like, "Can I have a cereal bar, Mama?"
I know.
And I
Yep,
love it. And I can see her.
absolutely.
Oh,
And
so
life happens.
mhm,
We get interrupted in meditation. And so often we're like, this ruined my experience. But if we
mhm,
take a moment to reflect on where those thoughts are happening and when they're happening, it might be
mhm,
happening on purpose.
mhm. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for everything you offered us today, for always being a stand for and with us, for sharing your gifts. Um,
Thank you for having me. I love this kind of stuff.
if you're just joining us and you didn't get to experience the meditation, everything is up and recorded. Please stay tuned for all of our upcoming information about our retreat. You can register at courageousincreation.com. Check us out more what we're offering there. And Karen, thank you again. Your call to action, just turn on some of that soft, nice music and just be present with yourself, no matter what it looks like.
Absolutely.
We love you
Thank
all.
you for having me.
Thank you for being courageous with us today. Happy Monday, everyone.
Bye.
Light and love, Karen. We love you. Mwah.
Enjoy your Monday.